We had the opportunity to research the options available for personal legal liability protection for those who carry a firearm in the United States in 2022. Our goal in this series of videos is to offer in a non-biased format the results of that research. Here we go. So we're going to dig back into our research on personal legal protection when you're carrying a firearm or concealed carry insurance. We've got a lot of data here. We were able to compile this data, this research, and post it over on our website, Minuteman University. Thanks to our Patreons, the people that subscribe to our projects on a monthly basis. All this information is available there because they keep the websites online and they give us the time to compile it. So thank you for that. It also means that this isn't going to be a sales pitch. We're going to cover all of the different options that are available, and we have no interest if you choose or don't choose any of them. Our goal is to just offer a comparison and to make this kind of confusing element of our community or our what it's like to carry a firearm a little less confusing. Also to give us some information to use for conversation going forward. With that being said, let's dig in. We're taking a look at CCW Safe. There's their logo up at the top, called CCW Safe. There's their website. They started in 2000 and I believe they their story, if you watch the YouTube videos, is their ATF agents, law enforcement, had some situations happen to them and wanted to create service so that others didn't have to follow the same or have the same results happen to them. So it's a membership organization, in other words, not a typical insurance, and it's not necessarily prepaid legal. If I had a better way to describe it, I would, but it's not insurance and it's not prepaid legal. We don't have an idea. They don't post how many people are in the organization, so if that's something you're aware of, let us know. It would help us complete the information here. They have 3 different tiers, 3 different levels that you can join, and they call them Protector, Defender, and Ultimate. I guess this is a good time to mention, I didn't say before, that all this information was compiled and created in February of 2022, and these plans and things change. Some of these organizations and services do change up over time, so if this is different when you're watching this, keep in mind that this is just an overview. You definitely want to check all these details out when and if you're checking these things out. So getting back to CCW Safe, they have the 3 tiers. They run from about $179 to $500 a year, and these kind of options are typically good for, again, you think about who might be interested in this kind of coverage, and it's going to be different needs for someone who's just getting out of school compared to, again, a family of 4 who's looking towards retirement and maybe multiple homes or something. So different levels of protection for different folks out there. They don't have a setup fee, as far as I'm aware, and they just have the yearly options. There are no monthly options. And I don't know why I put annual discount in there if they don't have monthly options. So that was the cost. That's how much it costs to have the CCW Safe. Next, we're going to take a look at their coverage, and theirs is a bit different than some of the others. Now, CCW Safe is one of the services, one of the options, I guess, that has the most coverage out there. The only other thing out there that has more coverage would be the Armed Citizens Legal Defense Network, which is a bit different. The CCW Safe is available for you in all states except for New York, New Jersey, and Washington. Everybody else can have the coverage, and when you have it, it does apply in every state. So you can still travel to those states. It's just that those people in those states, their state infringes on their ability to get this coverage. Next, we have they pay out up front. You can choose your attorney. Now, they say they don't have access to the attorneys unless you're actually in a case. So they're not like a legal thing where you can just call an attorney anytime. You have access when you need them, but not otherwise, according to what I'm understanding. They do have no limit on criminal defense costs, which I'm not sure. You listen to different comparisons and descriptions of it, and I'm not going to say I completely understand it, but basically they're not going to give you a certain amount. They're just going to say you're covered for criminal defense costs and civil defense. They do cover appeals, civil defense costs, again, no limit. Civil damages, depending on the level, go up to $1 million or none. Bail bond, depending on the plan, is either $500,000 or $1 million. They do provide expert witnesses, and again, depending on the plan, the ultimate plan does have spouses covered. Dependents are included with all the plans. Extreme risk protection orders are covered to different extent, depending on the plan, and psychological counseling is included. They compensate up to $350 per day for lost wages while in court. Crime scene cleanup fees are at $4,000 are about the middle of the field, not the least and not the most. They do cover firearms. They do replace firearms if confiscated, and they don't seek recoupment if you're found guilty or you take a plea agreement, which most of the other services and options also don't do. Now, as far as constitutional carry, they don't cover constitutional carry, and that's unique to CCW Safe. Pretty much all the other options, all the other services out there don't require you to have a CCW. Now, that may have changed, but as far as my research, they do require you to have a CCW, at least with one of the plans, but they may have plans that I don't know about or I haven't discovered. Their accidental discharge is not covered, and that is not unique, and it's not consistent. Not all the services offer it. Some of them do covered accidental discharges, and like all the other services or options, they don't cover second call, or CCW Safe does not cover gun-free zones. Next, we'll get into the extras, the things besides coverage that are included with membership or as part of the service. And with CCW Safe, you do get some training resources, but they don't have a lot of educational materials, so they're not. They don't emphasize training, and they don't offer a bunch of educational stuff. And they do have a 24-hour hotline, however. And as far as I'm aware, they don't have many extra benefits. Now, if there's any discounts or something that I'm not familiar with, please let us know. We'll be happy to update our data here. They do use YouTube. Next, we're going to take a look at some of the features or characteristics that aren't often looked at when people do comparisons of some of these services. So with CCW Safe, they do use YouTube. They have 130 videos, which is not the most, and it's not the least. It's pretty much right in the middle. 130 over, they started in 2011, so they've been on YouTube the longest of all the other options out there, but they only have the 130 videos. They've got about 1 million views, which is a lot of views. It's a long time to get them, 11 years. So they don't emphasize YouTube. For comparison, some of the other channels or some of the other services have channels with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So 15,000 subscribers is some. We don't know how large an organization CCW Safe is, but it's, again, an indication that they're using YouTube, but they're not the largest entity on YouTube in this realm. If we get down to the affiliate programs, I include that because pretty much all of the services, except for Armed Citizens Legal Defense Network, have some sort of affiliate system or have had one in the past, and CCW Safe does offer one, and that can be a factor when you're looking at some of the reviews and stuff that tend to seem a lot more like a sales pitch. I don't. We've never used the CCW Safe affiliate, so I'm not sure what their affiliate program reimbursement is, or what the kickback is. They're in Oklahoma. They were started by ATF agents that had some sort of a situation, and then decided to start this service. None of the organizations, none of the services, none of the options here provide any information about their number of trials or number of cases, their success rate, anything like that. If you're familiar with any of that or have ways for us to check it out, we have a place here for it in the data. But CCW Safe doesn't offer that, just like all the others. What they do offer, what we can find, is their Better Business Bureau rating. And of all the different options or services that are out there, 3 of them are accredited with the Better Business Bureau. CCW Safe is one that is accredited. It's been accredited since 2013, so for quite a while, and they have 0 complaints. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Take that for what it's worth. Quite a few of the organizations or services here have A ratings. A couple, almost all of them have A+. USCCA has an A-, and U.S. Law Shield has an F, but they're not accredited with the Better Business Bureau. So if you're, we're just using that as another factor, but they do have the A+ accreditation with the Better Business Bureau. Then lastly, one of the things we look at to compare the organizations or the services is their founders and the people that they're affiliated with, their advisors. And for CCW Safe, they have a behavioral science consultant who's a doctor. They have Larry Vickers as their firearms community advisor. They have Jeff Gonzalez as a training partner. Others, a legal panel advisor, media relations, and a women's community advisor. So well respected people in their field, maybe not as well known as some of the other representatives on some of the other organizations, but still people with a lot of experience and stuff to bring to the field. So with that, we're towards the end of the review of the CCW Safe. I have not used this one, and I'm less familiar with it than some of the others. So we post this information on lots of different platforms. Looking forward to comments. If you've got information to add, questions, feel free to leave them in the comments wherever you find the video. We check out the comments at all those different platforms. This information will be available on MinutemanUniversity.com, a website that we use to help offer information like this to Second Amendment advocates. We want to thank our Patreons, the people that make it possible for us to spend time on projects like this, and they keep the websites open so that we can offer this information free to anybody that wants it. Then thanks again for watching, and looking forward to your comments. As always, thanks for watching. I'd like to say a big thank you to those who subscribe to our Patreon channel. You keep our websites online and all this information available for free for everyone. Wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.